and study it a bit more, and you're just more suspicious about things. Do you see that collectively all these conspiracies, are they all from the same people? Are they all from the same source and agenda? Or are we just living in a very corrupt place?
Well, I do think there is a core, and that the CIA, unfortunately, is very much behind a lot of this. I mean, the CIA was a principal player in JFK. I've identified 6 shooters, 3 of whom had ties to JFK, none of whom was Lee Oswald. It was sponsored by powerful special interests, including the agency, which JFK was threatening to shatter into 1,000 pieces. The Joint Chiefs were upset with him because he had not invaded Cuba, contrary to their unanimous recommendation. He'd gone ahead and signed an above-ground test ban treaty with the Soviet Union against their unanimous opposition, and now he was pulling our forces out of Vietnam, where they believed a stand had to be taken against the expansion of international godless communism. The mafia was upset because Bobby was cracking down on organized crime, bringing more indictments and convictions than ever before in American history. The Eastern establishment surrounding the Fed was upset because JFK had directed the Department of the Treasury to print hundreds of millions of United States notes in the belief that it was absurd for the government to be paying interest to a consortium of private banks for printing the currency of the United States. And where the Texas oil men were very upset because he was planning to cut the oil depletion allowance, there were other groups, not last or least being Israel, because JFK was at loggerheads with David Ben-Gurion, one of its principal founders and its first prime minister, over the development of nuclear weapons by Israel, which JFK opposed, but Ben-Gurion wanted. And in fact, JFK believed that the Israeli lobby, AIPAC, ought to be registered as a foreign agent. I think that was very far-sighted on his part. And if the measures that he had planned for this country had been implemented, we'd be living in a different world today.
Okay, I mean, looking around today, there's so much going on at the moment. I mean, we can touch on so many things this evening.